Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with this edition of School Police Talk. Look who we have. We have the Chief. And we're here for the year-end wrap-up. Now, one of my favorite songs is "Walking in Memphis," and it was about a sort of similar situation, just the way you were saying that. Yeah. So it's very interesting.
No, on the reservation, I went to grade school on the reservation, so they taught us, Indian songs, a lot of the stories, and we always had a class about the culture of the reservation, and that was unique. It was more family oriented. We ate twice a day. And, we're all related. And I don't think there was a closer type of school you could even get than attending an elementary school on an Indian reservation, because they're all family. And you're learning from your family, and all the kids there are your friends and relatives. And I came from a military base. My father left the reservation when he was young and went and joined the Marine Corps, because he had to go to Stewart Indian School. He went to the boarding school when he was a kid, and they had I don't think they had ROTC at the time, but they had Marines there. And once he graduated, he didn't have the opportunities to get a job, and he thought he was going to end up dead. So he thought, okay, well, they had that. He was exposed to that in high school, so he joined the Marine Corps, and he spent his life in the Marine Corps, and had me later on in life. And when he retired, he moved us all to the reservation. So when I was 10, here I am going elementary school in Yuma, Arizona, with thousands of kids, and I get to the reservation where I go to school, and I'm the only other person in the 6th grade or the 5th grade. And there's other kids around. It's like 14 of us maybe, and yeah, it was great. I loved that experience, and just that whole tribal experience it's just so close knit that that's hard even now for kids that grow up especially in a rural reservation like that to leave to ever leave. Our exposure to the outside world was going to Eureka High School. When we moved to the reservation, there was one phone on the reservation at the time, and they had a party line, and my Aunt Pearline they'd get a call for her house, because she's the one that had one of the phones. It rang a certain amount of times, they'd pick it up and then say, hey, we want to talk to Henry Blackeye or whoever, and they'd come down to our house and they'd get my dad or my mom, and they'd go in there and talk on the phone. As far as TV, they had like 2 or 3 channels. There was no radio at all. And that's how life was up until in my teens. Satellites came when I was in my 20s. And that's when you got really exposed to the outside world about here's what's going on out there, because there was no cell service. Right. Cell service didn't come around until maybe about 10 years ago, and that's spotty at best. Yeah. So internet was, there's no cable or lines to run out there for internet or TV, so everything's by satellite.
And this is what people need to know, because when you work for the Clark County School District Police, right? The leadership at the top, you can tell how humble you are, and people see that, and they're always like, so when you talk to him, and I go, listen, let me tell you something. Anytime we've ever had an event at my store for any fallen officer, he's always there.
Oh, yeah.
And so the people that work for the Clark County School District Police, they appreciate you, and they appreciate the leadership, and they work as hard as they can for the kids.
Yeah, they do.
And Chief, you coming on, I just want to tell you that we know how busy you are, and to come on and to sit with me and to be able to talk about these type of things, it means so much to the people that don't get an opportunity to A, talk to you, B, see you. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they might talk to an extension of you, but it just means so much.
I think it's more important talking to Mike, Keith, Zink, Lori, all of that, getting it from the horse's mouth, seeing what they're doing, and hearing the impact that they're making in our schools is 10 times better than me saying it.
Chief, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We'll face right here. We'll say goodbye, okay? See you later.
See ya.